I'm Giada De Laurentiis, and you are listening to Beyond the Plate with Cappy.
Hey everyone, this is Cappy, and you're listening to Just the Plate, a production of Beyond the Plate. Just the Plate is a short segment where chefs describe a dish that is meaningful to them. Before I get going, another reminder, we are on Spotify. So in addition to wherever you listen to your podcast, be it iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, you can now find us on your Spotify app. Last week, you heard from Chef Giada De Laurentiis. She's an Emmy Award-winning television personality, a New York Times bestselling author, Today Show correspondent, Food Network star judge, restaurateur. Her first restaurant, which is her namesake, called Giada, is in the Cromwell Hotel in Las Vegas. She has a second restaurant she recently opened called Pronto in Caesar's Palace, which is more of a fast casual restaurant. And she is currently working on a third restaurant called GDL Italian that is in Baltimore, will be in Baltimore. If you follow her on her Instagram page, you'll see some fun updates about that restaurant in Baltimore. What is there to say about Giada that you probably don't know? Nothing much, but she's had tons of Food Network shows, tons of cookbooks. She has a lifestyle website called Giadzy, GIADZY.com, where she showcases recipes, videos, lifestyle and travel tips, and more. Her philanthropic work, which I love to touch upon, deals with school gardens in Los Angeles. She is an ambassador for Stand Up to Cancer. She does work with the Melanoma Research Alliance, and she's also involved in Alex's Lemonade Stand, which raises money and awareness of childhood cancer causes. If you missed last week's episode with Giada, please be sure to check that out. There's some great information on there. And it was our season 2 opener, which we recorded live from the Food Network and Cooking Channel South Beach Wine and Food Festival. But for now, Giada's going to walk you through a dish she calls Mezzi Rigatoni with corn and spicy sausage. This dish sounds incredible. Funny story is a couple days before the Oscars, she posted this on her Instagram story I saw, and she was asking her followers which dish she should make for Oscar night. This Mezzi Rigatoni dish or a baked penne with veggie dish. She thought the Mezzi Rigatoni was going to win, but the baked penne dish won. But this is the recipe that she's going to walk you through in this episode. So it's Mezzi Rigatoni with corn and spicy sausage. It sounds delicious, and she gives some great tips and why she likes this dish. So I'll stop talking, but this is Just the Plate.
Hi, I'm Giada De Laurentiis, and I'm going to share with you one of my favorite pasta dishes. It is Mezzi Rigatoni with corn and spicy sausage. What I love about it is that it's a really fast weeknight meal, and it's one of my go-to pastas when I entertain at home, and Jade loves it, which is a plus, as always. And basically what I do is I start the pasta in boiling water. I throw the Mezzi Rigatoni, which just means half a rigatoni. They're smaller, so it's easier for the sauce to get caught in the little holes. And I salt the water for the pasta really well, a couple handfuls of salt. And then in a hot pan, I put some spicy sausage and a little bit of olive oil. I brown it. It's really important to get a nice golden brown on the sausage. Once the sausage is done, I add some frozen corn, about 2 cups of it that I thaw. Get a nice sort of flavor on the corn, a little bit of salt. And then I throw the sausage in the corn and the olive oil and the shallots. I do put shallots in there for extra flavor, into a bowl with 8 ounces of mascarpone cheese. It's really important that the mascarpone is at room temperature so that it gets nice and soft and velvety quickly. The key to this dish, because there's no tomato sauce in it, is the pasta water. So once the pasta's almost there, almost done cooking, you use that nice, starchy, salty pasta water to loosen up the sauce and create a velvety, thick, cheesy sauce to coat the spicy sausage and the corn. Then I add the cooked pasta, of course, al dente, means to the tooth, has a little bit of a bite to it. And what I do is, in this bowl, before I toss anything, I add freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano to the top of the pasta. It's really important to add the Parmesan cheese to the pasta before you toss it, so that the cheese sticks to the pasta and then the sauce sticks to the cheese that sticks to the pasta. It is one of the tricks that my grandfather taught me years and years ago when I was a very young girl. And he comes from a long line of pasta makers. And then I add a little bit, about a tablespoon of Calabrian chili paste. It's spicy, but it's also sweet spicy. Calabrian chilies are very popular in Italy, and it's a little bit of an Italian heat to it, a multi-dimensional Italian heat. It's not just a punch in the mouth. It's like sweet and spicy all in one. It works really well with the sausage. And then I toss it all together and I add a little bit of fresh basil, chopped torn basil, and voila, your dinner is done.
Find more on her at giadadelaurentiis.com. This episode was produced by myself along with Ian Cohen and Joel Yeaton. You can find me and keep up to date with this podcast across all social media platforms at On Cappy's Plate or go to beyondtheplatepodcast.com. Please rate, review, and or subscribe to this podcast on your listening site of choice. Thank you for listening to Just the Plate, a production of Beyond the Plate. I'm Cappy.